Right now, we're running around 36 days behind our schedule that we wanted to run behind. There's challenges, like I talked about before, with the logistics of building on an island. What we had to do is we had to order our own batching plant, which allows us to make 35 cubic meters of concrete an hour. But that machine didn't come all equipped.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today I am at the airport because I'm going to Zanzibar. And I haven't been for a while, but I got to go check on the construction progress for Blue Pearl. And also, we're going to start the construction for Chukwani Shores. Now, that's just basically meaning we're going to mobilize. We're going to start bringing in the big equipment. We're going to start clearing the land, and we're going to dig to put up the tower crane. Tower crane is going to help us be able to move materials in and out and around the project site without having to use traditional ways. It just speeds up things a lot faster. So we're going to start setting the foundation for that. But first, I need to check in on the progress of Blue Pearl. Now, Zanzibar is only 5.5 hours from Dubai. But right now, my son just turned 1. My wife just finished her last chemo treatment, and I'm starting to travel a little bit more, but even though I don't want to go. So I'm going to go for a few days. I'm going to go check on the progress, check out the actual Chukwani Shores, and I'm going to bring you guys along because I talk about real estate and the wholesaling way. You guys know I recently, well, maybe I didn't mention, but I recently bought part of a brokerage in Dubai. But what I really, really, really love doing now is real estate development. It's amazing because you get to take something from your idea, put it on paper, and then build it. And then people love it and they buy it. So you guys are gonna come along with me. I'm gonna show you what it's like. First of all, the traveling part. It's real smooth. We're fly Dubai, straight into Zanzibar, and then we'll hit the ground running Monday morning. And I'll take you guys with me, if I don't forget to bring my camera. All right, so now it's the next morning. I'm in the site with my cousin Andre, the engineer, and Mumba, which is a partner, and he runs procurement. But now we're heading to the site. So today we're going to spend most of the day in Blue Pearl. Gonna go over some logistical things, some timings and stuff like that. Just go overall and look at what we have and plans out the next steps. And then we're gonna head over to Chukwani later in the day just to kind of look at the site and get preparation for the arrival of the equipment. And then on top of that, we're going to sit down with the engineers and the project managers and the superintendents, and we're going to plan out the next phases of steps. We'll check out the job site. I'll show you some highlights. Check out some of the new equipment that's arrived that I haven't even seen. It's been on the site for a while. They've been using it, but I haven't seen it yet in person. So I'm going to go check out some of those things. And we're just going to plan out the job site and then continue our day on the Chukwani. So come along with me and let's see what we got.
So this here is our concrete batching machine. And I'll kind of explain what it does. So you pour in 2 different types of aggregates. You have sand in this one, and you have your aggregates like your stone, and it automatically weighs it. It's pre-programmed. This thing comes down, it puts it in the hopper. It automatically puts water in it. And this is what speeds things up tremendously. But like I said, we had issues with pieces that didn't come with it, but now everything is there. These guys you can see back here are installing the generator that is needed to run this and some of the other equipment such as the control box, massive size generators. But we're gonna get it done day and night. All right guys, so I've been on the Blue Pearl job site all day. Even though I plan to only be here half a day, we end up having a lot of meetings with the management, like the superintendent, the project manager, and we had to come up with a solution. Solution Y is right now we're running around 36 days behind our schedule that we wanted to run behind. There's ways to fix it, and we had to discuss how we're going to do that. And so one way we decide to do that? Well, first, let me tell you why. So there's challenges, like I talked about before, with the logistics of building on an island. And as you go through those challenges, you learn and you learn. So one of the things that is kind of, I guess, in scarcity here is the cement. Cement is what we use to make concrete. Concrete, block, and steel is literally the foundation of all the buildings. Like, it's what we use for every single part. And so what we had to do is we had to order our own batching plant, which allows us to make 35 cubic meters of concrete an hour. But that machine didn't come all equipped, and it doesn't come quickly either. So when something is wrong, you have to reorder a part, and this part was huge. One of it was the generator sizes that they sent were wrong in order to power this equipment. And we had other equipment, but the equipment wasn't doing enough. So I'll give you perspective. If we have this machine up and running, we can pour 7 slabs a day, 7 slabs of the ground, the first, or the roof. If we don't have it, we can only pour 1 a day. And that's the old method. I don't like the old method. So we were still pouring every day, but then you got to come up with a solution. So we finally got the stuff in, thank God, and it's here. So they're setting it up today, big generators and missing pieces of equipment that allow us to be able to batch 35 cubic meters a day. An hour. So now it's here. So how do we make up those 36 days? And one of them is we're gonna bring on more carpenters to help us, one, be able to put in all the form boards to be able to pour in certain places. So typically when you pour, concrete has a curing time. It's around, for this one, I believe it's around 7 days. Don't quote me on that, the engineers will know. But also, concrete is best poured in cooler conditions. Right now, we're in the mid of summer in Zanzibar, so it's a little bit hot. So what we decided to do is, instead of working 10-hour shifts, we're gonna have 2 shifts working 20 hours a day. Now, what that looks like is we're gonna have a night shift and a day shift. The day shift is going to prep a lot of the work, do a lot of the forming, so on and so forth, and the night shift is gonna do a lot of the concrete pouring. With our calculations, we should be able to make up these 36 days fairly quickly. Every 1 day we do, we should get roughly 2. And even better, because pouring concrete in cooler temperatures at night allows it to cure better and somewhat faster, even though it has its set times to be able to cure. But that's just one of the challenges of doing that. So some villas structures are all the way complete. Some don't have the rooftop yet, and it's just slowly chucking along, but no issue. This is what construction is all about. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get it done. So that's just part of construction in general, and you guys in construction understand, especially when you're doing projects like this. So we've been meeting all day, making sure that we can get everything done the way we want to get it done and the time we want to get it done. And I think we've come up with a solid plan. All we need to do now is execute it. So that's where I've been spending most of my day. So tomorrow morning, I'll start off in Chukwani, making sure that equipment is arriving for the first one. Like I said, we need to put up the tower cranes to make the project move pretty quickly, because it's going to be a lot of stuff, G+6, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to go do now is check out one of the 3-bedroom units inside, and we're going to be able to see what the 3-bedroom looks like and where they're at with that one. So some of the 3 bedrooms have their complete structure done, some of them don't. But I think in about 3 weeks, we'll fully catch up to everything that we need to catch up to and make it happen. So let's go check it out. So what I'm looking at here is one of the 3-bedroom units, and this unit structure is complete. It's just waiting on the curing time for them to pull off the form boards and then continue. So I'll go inside. You see a lot of the props are still in here. I'll kind of weave through this. I don't know how I'm going to get upstairs. I don't think I can from this side. Probably an external ladder. Let me try to find an external way to get upstairs. All right, so I'm unable to actually get upstairs because the ladder is not there. But I'll just give you a quick look inside. This is the back side where the pool is. You've got a pretty big hangover on the balcony backside. This is a kitchen area. This is like the living room, TV area. This is a front room. It's kind of like your formal. A lot of props in there, so I won't go in that. Then you have one of your downstairs bedrooms. This is a bedroom here. This is the bathroom that's downstairs. And then this is the washer and dryer area. Maybe before I head back, I'll try to get you guys to see inside, but the 3 bedrooms are pretty spacious, just as much room upstairs. And we'll keep going, but let me tell you, these projects, like I said, they have their own challenges, but that's what they're all about. If it was easy, everyone would be doing them. But we've got a good team. We've got a good set of engineers. We've got a good work ethic here on the thing, and we came up with this cool plan. And believe it or not, all the guys are excited. They're going to split the crews. We're going to add some more concrete guys, add some more carpenters. The electricians doing all the work in the day. They're moving along pretty well because all the electrical, this is different than your studs that you use in America. This is block. So all the piping for the wires has to be pre-ran before you pour, before you lay block. And so we're moving along. We're going to start working. I think they said in 3 days, they're going to start 2 shifts. It'll be 20 hours of nonstop work on this site. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, guys, new day. But now I'm in town. I'm in a place called Chukwani, which is about 12 minutes from, I guess you can call it like downtown, but it is the UNESCO site, Stone Town, basically where all the tourists go when they come to Zanzibar. It's one of those places you have to do because it has tons and tons of history. But I'm at the Chukwani Shores site in Chukwani. And I don't know if you can hear that, but behind me, we're now stripping the land. Now, I'll tell you what that means. We're stripping the land, getting ready to start construction, and we're marking out areas that are important to the construction process. What I mean by that, you gotta have a site office for the engineers that are gonna be on site every single day. And those guys are bougie, so the site has to have air conditioner, all that stuff. But these important guys are gonna be on site every single day. They have to be here. Then your foremans, your superintendents, and those type of stuff, that's where they're gonna have their daily meetings and basically the center hub of the entire project and where things happen. So once the area is cleared, those areas are marked out. But most importantly, what they're gonna do is they're going to mark out the area where the crane is, the tower crane. Now, the purpose of the tower crane, like I talked about before, is to centralize a place where this big tower crane can help deliver materials to different parts of the job site. So say a truck pulls up with tons and tons of cement, those cements need to go where they are best used for. So if that's gonna be on the ground, if that's gonna be on the top of a G+6 building, you don't want a human carrying that because that just brings too much time. So this thing distributes equipments, consumables, and those things to the proper site. When the truck comes, just picks it up and moves it. That crane has been placed by the engineers to where it can reach not 100% of the job site, but about 95% of the job site, which makes things a lot easier when you're doing a project of this size and definitely as tall. So I'm gonna show you the crane tower and show you how massive it is. This is parts of the crane tower. This thing came in 4 different big containers. And it's here. It's a nightmare to unload and put up, but we'll use a mobile crane to erect this. But the most important thing is they gotta dig the foundation for this, which obviously has to be very strong because this is gonna be holding a lot of weight. It's gonna be mobile, and somebody's gonna be up there every day, 8-10 hours a day, moving materials around. And this is what that person sits in. This is their office. Now keep in mind, the reason why this office is cool, this is a full-blown air conditioner inside this thing. I'm pretty sure there's probably even speakers or something, but this guy goes all the way up 7 stories every single day, and this is where they sit. Let me see if I have the key that will fit this. I think so. There we go. So I've personally never been in one of these things when it's up in the air. As you can see, pretty comfy, glass floor so they can see underneath them. This thing has windows, has shades, has lights, AC, power, everything he needs in here. Cooling and handy dandy fire extinguisher. Hopefully they never have to use that. Cup holders, and they don't, looks like it has speakers in this model, but they can bring their own. They'll be doing mainly communication with the ground team as well. So yeah, this entire thing is where this person's gonna be for 8-10 hours a day, fully AC'd. It just makes the construction a lot easier. And let's kind of walk through some of this. This is absolutely massive. All of this gets cleared and moved fairly soon. But here's the granddaddy of them all. This is the oceanfront plot to Chukwani Shores. Let me tell you something. This is one of the last plots that you can get in town with this view on the ocean. It's gonna be amazing. One of the things that we're doing in this project is where some of the sand is still here, some of it's still rock, but what we're doing is there's a natural process where you trap the sand. It's eco-friendly, and it creates a white sand beach across the entire length of the plot. And that's what we're gonna be doing. That process takes 18 months because it's naturally done. Yes, it's eco-friendly, it's safe, everything. But you're gonna be trapping the sand and create that white sand beach so the people that live here can walk down. And we're building a retaining wall, which is gonna be massive, with steps on either side that are gonna lead you right to the beach. And basically where I'm standing at is gonna be the area right here where I'm standing is where the community pool is. Massive community pool. Remember, this is 5 G+5, G+6 buildings, villas. And the crazy thing is the 1-bedroom apartment only starts at $137,000, and that's everything including tax. So an amazing deal, amazing project. I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to keep going because who doesn't like to draw something and see it actually come to life? And I think that's the cool part about being in development. So I'm gonna walk around. There's an on-site manager that's here now. They're erecting some of the safety signs and all those type of things that you need, putting in the time clocks, putting in the printers that the engineers need in the office that's already built. But yeah, this is moving along. We're mobilizing, and construction is gonna be starting very soon at this project. It's the end of January, and basically construction, you can say, has kind of started. And we'll be gonna be moving fast. Tower crane's gonna go up, office is gonna go in, the materials are gonna come. And then for this project, we have so these projects like this, especially when you're on an island, there's not quick and fast delivery of cement like we're used to, or concrete in America. So we have our own batching plant on site, own block making machine, all of these things to make the project move smooth so they won't rely on any outside sources, which sometimes can freeze and stop just because of logistics. Remember, we learned that in Project 1. In-house as much of the logistic process as you can. So I'm gonna do some things. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. But man, this project, can't wait to start. The dojo's getting the work done. I'll see you guys soon.